Can you hear me? How's my signals quality? 5 by 5, Bear. All right, cool. I hope. Can you hear me? Hello. Somebody in the chat, give me a signals check, please. This is the best content. This is why everybody tunes in, because everybody really wants to hear this stuff. No, still no signals check in the chat. Awesome. 5 by 5. Thanks, Joseph Brown. There we go. Bob says we're good. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. To do what I'm told.
It's a freaking Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Sorry for getting on here late. It's been a Monday thus far, and I actually need to get out of here fairly early and go bury a cow that died of its own. So, yeah. One of the offspring. Yeah, just hadn't been right. So, let's see. Brief. We're going to shoot from the hip pretty quickly on a brief this morning. Trump is, 37-page indictment at this point, close to 40 counts of alleged transgression under the Espionage Act, which is not probably going to go well for those who are prosecuting him, because they're going to be against the Supreme Court decision of the Department of the Navy versus Egan, which essentially says that the president, while he's president, can do whatever the hell he wants to with classified information. So, all that, I think, is just political haymaking by the opposition party to try and get Trump all jammed up before the election, which is cute because he's still, in a recent poll for the Republican Party, has 63% of the vote. Nearest runner-up is DeSantis with like 21%. So that's all super duper cute. Probably going nowhere. In other news, George Soros is old. I'll read to you briefly from the brief. If you're on Patreon, you have the written brief. If you're not on Patreon, you don't. In a move that is sure to provoke conspiracy theorists everywhere, 92-year-old billionaire investor George Soros has passed his multi-billion-dollar foundation, the Open Society Foundation, to his 37-year-old son, Alexander Soros. And everybody knows that 37-year-olds are super mature and make the best life decisions possible, especially when they're the children of billionaires. So nothing to worry about there. The organization aims 1.5 billion at various worldwide causes annually. This shift will have implications for societies and political systems around the world. George Soros has been one of the most financially significant donors to the U.S. Democratic political party and has long been likened to a villain by conservatives and conspiracy theorists alike. Yeah, I'm going to go with villain. Him and Klaus Schwab are at the top of like the evil villains actually who live in the world right now, as far as I'm concerned. Just last month, Elon Musk tweeted that George Soros, quote, wants to erode the very fabric of civilization, end quote. Says the guy who wants to put computer chips in your brain and build a colony on Mars. So how exactly does Elon define civilization? I don't know if we're on the same page with that.
Hey,
Oh, is my wife in the chat?
Yeah, she is.
Hey, what's up, beautiful? Let's see. In an interview with Wall Street Journal, Alexander Soros made it clear that he planned to continue donating to left-leaning political candidates in the U.S. and said, quote, as much as I would love to get money out of politics, as long as the other side is doing it, we will have to do it too, end quote. In fact, Alexander is much more political than George, so that's a good time. So it's expected that this takeover of the foundation will lead the organization to become even more radical. Yay. He told the newspaper that his priorities include voting rights, abortion rights, and gender equity. No, no, and no. Just no. And let's see, where did that go? The New York Post also wrote that he is, quote, laser focused on Donald Trump's latest presidential bid and is expected to weigh in heavily in the 2024 elections, end quote. That's what we need. We need more outside money in our election process. In addition to all this, Alexander Soros reportedly has steady access to the White House, having visited at least 14 times, possibly 17 times, since President Biden took office. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. I'm super surprised that the far left-wing extremist donor has visited the Biden presidency a minimum of 14 times. The visits were all on behalf of the Open Society Foundations. According to one report, he met with the Deputy National Security Advisor 4 times and various advisors to the Chief of Staff 4 times. He's just recently met with top Democratic leaders and members of the Biden administration also. It is unknown what was discussed during the encounters, but conservatives have expressed concern over the potential for excessive partisan influence. Mike Howell, the director of the Oversight Project at the Heritage Foundation, has said that the Soros family has, quote, done tremendous damage to our country, end quote, and that the Soros agenda is one of death and destruction in the name of open borders and ending Western civilization, end quote. End brief. If you're on Patreon, you have the links. If you're not on Patreon, you don't. Oh, I missed Bob. There's 1,001 other things going on in the world right now. Let's see. Ukraine appears to be in the midst of their big offensive that everybody's been waiting for, and it's not going so well for them. The incoming air alarms all across the country of Ukraine have been lit up like a Christmas tree for the last few days. Dozens of drones, dozens of air-to-surface missiles launched from jets. Lots of artillery, rocket artillery, and conventional artillery, just not going so great. Of course, the Kakova Dam exploded, which we talked about last week, and that's making about 1 million acres of farmland to the south of the Kakova Dam impassable, and also took those offline. That's right, Daryl Calhoun. We now have we're probably days away from disclosure of alien life. The Pentagon has said, yeah, we have recovered intact and partially intact craft not of this world for decades. I don't give a shit. I don't care. That'll be fun. Lots of weird things going on. It's a great day to prep. I'll tell you that. It's a great day to prep. Buy a little food, make sure you got some water put away,
Do extra push-ups.
invest in precious metals, do some extra push-ups, go train with your homies.
There's still 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate missing.
That's right, there's still 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate missing. No biggie. Now it's just like, I wonder which piece of infrastructure or food production shall be blown up next by the Jedburghs.
Somebody's been texting me, a buddy. He thinks it's going to be not the Hoover Dam, but there's another dam that's over there, the Oroville Dam.
The Oroville Dam?
Yeah.
You think?
It's like, so it has like a certain level that it can get to in fullness level. They never let it get over 650. It's at 998 right now.
Oof.
In like fullness levels. I don't know like what that measures, but there's like a dam monitoring group on YouTube. It's like 1,000 subscribers, right? That everybody just watches this dam, and all of them are freaking out. They're like, they're gonna do something.
Oof.
Bad deal. Bad deal.
Are y'all getting any of those big storms rolling through? We had rain yesterday, a couple days ago on Shabbat. We had rain, a fair bit of rain, and it's actually 66 degrees and cloudy here today, which is awesome. I'll take it, because yesterday it was 90-something degrees and we were running around in the woods shooting each other. So UPS is here. Yeah, I-95 by Philadelphia has collapsed. That's great to know. If training includes shooting Bob, I'm in. Well, let me tell you something. Bob's pretty good at shooting back. Ask me how I know. I'm pretty sure this mark right here next to my nose is from Bob.
Yeah, but you ate me up in that same gunfight. You ate me up. I know the gunfight. I was in between two tarps going, I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm gonna die.
Y'all, that's the brief for today. You guys know how it goes. Patreon.com. If you guys want the real inside scoop, the long form footage, you can find it there at Patreon. Refuge Medical. What's up with Refuge today? What are we doing? What's special?
The bleeding prevention kit.
Bleeding prevention kit?
The kit at the weight district.
Hey, we got a BPK over there somewhere. You want to chuck me one, please? Thanks, brother. Bleeding prevention kit right here. Obviously, vacuum sealed kit. This is a really good kit.
I already resent the new one.
What's the retail on this?
59.
$59. 59 doll hairs, right? This has a genuine Generation 7 cat tourniquet in it, a 6-inch North American Rescue Responder emergency trauma dressing, 2 compressed gauze for wound packing, 2 pairs of nitrile gloves, 1 trauma shears, 1 Mylar blanket, a permanent marker, and an instruction card. So 59 doll hairs, HSA, FSA approved. We ship these things to you super fast. They're super affordable, man. If you're on Patreon, use your promo code. If you're not on Patreon, don't use your promo code. And there's free shipping domestically here in the States on all orders over $199. We have some of those. You know what? We're just gonna go for a walk. Let's go. Going for a walk. What'd you do with them? Where'd they go? We've got some of the Origin kits, internals getting packed over here right now. That's for the Western, the survival kit. And then where'd the whitetail? Thanks. That's what I wanted right there. The whitetail, Origin whitetail kits shipping out right now. These are in Origin's Raptor camo. And you can see down in here, we got some stuff going, more Origin stuff going right here. So, and you know, everything else. So anyway, refugemedical.com. You guys know about that. Don't be an ass. Buy some stuff and not die. Not dying is preferable to dying. Speaking of not dying, refugetraining.com. There's classes in Pensacola, Oklahoma. Go to the store, come to class, learn the fun art of how to not die. And as always, grindstoneministries.com. If you'd like to help us jam up scumbags that rape children, grindstoneministries.com, because I promise you we're going to put a hurting on those assholes. And we do put a hurting on those assholes. And we do already have 24 kids that we got to take care of right now because we rescued them from assholes. So if you're into that, grindstoneministries.com. That's the brief for today. Happy Monday. It's a brief, but it's called a brief because it's brief. So it's a brief. I'm out. Bless y'all. Shaloha.